walk as the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's Drafts, your new homegrown.
Hello good people and welcome again to Dad's Drafts. Now as you can see we're going to try something different and there are some reasons for this. I'm not going to do the fancy premium draft, I'm going to do the traditional draft, which is the equal amount of coins, maybe the equal amount of games, but that all depends on how well you play. Now the reason is, and I will explain this while I join the queue, is because I've done some reading on the shuffler and people told me about the difference between Premier Draft and this traditional draft when it comes to what the game does for you, and I have concluded that the draft that we're going to do now is the most, at least should be the closest to just the card game. So no hand smoothing, no stuff like that, because I've not even uploaded all of my videos. My last video a few days ago was absolutely abysmal. I kept drawing lands, it was not fun. And I tried to record some more videos after that, but I had it again two times. Where of course there's this part of my brain which probably fills in that it's true, but it's also that it actually happens sometimes and it's just part of the game. It can happen to your opponent, but I've been really fed up with it lately, as my last short video also shows. So I wanted to try this. I'm also going to try Magic the Gathering online instead of MTG Arena, because it is similar to this, but it is less flashy. And I think that people do enjoy the flashiness of this game. But let's just make a fun deck together. And if you like what I do, feel free to click some of those buttons because it helps me out. And if you have any feedback for me, also please do let me know. Now we have two mythics in the same pack, and they're both blue, which is unfortunate that we cannot pick both. There's also a Godma, which is crazy, a Diplomatic Relations, but this Riddler I think is amazing. It's a 4/6 warp 2 for 5 mana, and when it ends you draw a card, as long as you have one or fewer cards in hand. If you would draw one more card, you draw that many cards plus one instead. So if you warp this when your hand is low, you already get the ability from it. So if this is your last card to cast, you draw 2 cards and then the effect stays, of course. But other than that, it's a 4/6 flyer with warp 2, which will already draw your card. I don't think I need to say much more than that. It is interesting. Okay. Now there is a Diplomatic Relations, which is very good, Lost in Space. I think this Warden can be good in some cases. It's often overlooked. It of itself is a 4/4 Vigilance for 4 artifact creature, so it's already a very useful type. But I'm going to take this Code Cracker Hound. We're already in blue. Code Cracker Hound is amazing. I'm going to take it, it's easy as that. Okay, well, no other real good cards which impress me. I've never played with the Halia. I think it could be good if you have enough counter stuff. I'm going to take this Sculpting Blast. It seems like we will be in the control-y way of playing, which I must say is the way that I like it. Still a very strong pack. I mean, look at these black cards. They're almost first pickable. Drone Relations very good, but I'm not going to deviate from blue just yet because there's a Mechanozoa, which I really like. 3 mana, put a stun counter on something. Now we already have 2 cheap creatures with, cheap warp creatures with a big power, which means that if we pick up some spaceships which need stationing, I think we can actually do that. What do you do? Okay, not sure how good it is. It is interesting. Okay, so the blue cards here are not very impressive. I see some decent black cards, but I think this one goes more into a lander and or black-red deck where you have some sacrifice stuff. So I'm more prone to the green, and I just said something about a spacecraft. I'm not sure if it's the best pick here. There's also this Luminary, but I'll just take the greenhouse. I think it has the highest upside here, and I think green-blue is pretty decent. And of course green has some kind of payoffs for having counters. Still some very strong white cards, so maybe white is more open than green. But I'm going to take this Mechanozoa, which means that our top end is full, doing pretty well. And it's also a 3-drop in case the opponent goes very aggressive. Okay. I don't think we are a skiff kind of deck. It's a very late Bruntar, also a very late Radiant Strike. Killship is okay. I'm going to take this Radiant Strike because I got the idea in the previous packs that white is more open than green. Now there's the Silencer, which tells me that at least no one's doing artifact stuff. I also like the Enhancer, but I'm going to take the Silencer. If we can pick up one more and some artifact creatures, well, we just picked up one more. We can definitely build something around this. Now we just need cheap artifact creatures, which there are 2 of here. Shieldmate is not amazing. Well, we don't have anything with counters yet. I'm just going to take the Shieldmate here. Yeah, I think both of them are not good. Sentinel, artifact creature. And to be honest, it does help pretty well with the, what is it, the crewing of stuff. Okay, so we are blue-white. Maybe we have to get rid of the blue-white plan here, because this emissary is very good for us. All those artifact run creature stuff works with the Silencer. There's also a maneuver, but I think this is good enough for us to get rid of the Radiant Strike and just get into blue-red. Moxide Unravel. Scrapbot is also okay, but I think this Intimidator is amazing. I know it gives lander tokens, which we don't need, but I think it's good in of itself. Prevents you from drawing too few lands. Okay, Operator. I like the Operator. I also like the Mechan, but I think I'm going to need the Operator more, and maybe the Mechan comes around because blue is very open. We got the 2 Sentinels very late as well. There's another Mechan. I'm definitely taking this. Very strong black cards as well. There's another Bruntar. I think I'll take it. Interesting thing about the Mechan, I think I recorded it. I'm not even sure, maybe it was on my phone. There's the sorcery 6 mana, which lets you put a creature on the battlefield, and if it leaves the battlefield, it deals damage on each creature. It's amazing with the Mechan, because you can target the Mechan itself with its ability. So you draw a card, put a counter, and then deal everything 4, which is pretty good. We are a bit light on removal, so this Tractor Beam is, I think, pretty decent. Would like some cheap removal as well, but I don't think it will come around. We saw the invasive maneuvers previously. I don't think we'll get that. Another Silencer, wow. Yeah. Cheap artifact creatures is the plan, pretty much. So we need 2 drops, hopefully with some evasion. Wow. I'll take it over the Mechan. I think we will see more of the Mechans than we will see Menon. Throw the other Sentinel. Yeah, we just need 2-drop artifact creatures pretty much, so that we can curve out, play this on 3, swing in. So this Operator, for instance, would be amazing to play on turn 2. Turn 3 Silencer, already 2 poison counters. It is a real deck, and we already have 3, which is amazing. Also a cheap artifact creature to sneak in some damage. I'll take it over the Disaster. I think I need permanents here. I'll take the Unravel. Mechan came around as I thought. Yeah, we really need cheap artifact or artifact creatures now. The rest of our deck is pretty good, I must say. We are in the correct colors. Could have had 2 Bruntars, but I don't think I want to play 2 anyway. So cheap artifact creatures with evasion. The Sculpting Blast could be good for us. Play it on turn 2 when the opponent attacks. Get a drone. Play the Silencer. It sounds good, but you know, it yet has to be proven. Okay. There's a relic which I will probably take. It's a cheap artifact to sacrifice with the Mechan. Don't think I care about the Litho breaking too much. Otherwise the Scrapper, but I think it will come around. So relic is better than the Scrapper. Relic it is. There's not a lot of cheap artifact creatures. There is the red 1 mana dude, which I would like. I also like this Mechan. Could be interesting to take over an enemy's artifact creature and then sacrifice it with the Mechan. I think this one will come around, and I don't think I need another Tiger. I think I'm going to take this. Well, we are quite creature heavy. I'll take the Beam. We're a bit light on removal. And I think this looks pretty decent. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, why not? Now all we need is some 2-drops to sneak in damage and maybe get rid of any non-artifact 2-drops. Okay, there's a Whale, which is okay. I think the Relic is probably better for us. Better than a potential just chunky 4/4. Yeah, I'm taking the Sculpting Blast. I wish there were more ways to make these drone artifact tokens. And I think this is about to be our deck. Unfortunately, not a lot of 2-drop, just 2-drop artifact creatures. Maybe I could have picked up more. I do have the 3-drops here, but I'm not going to play those. Of course, the Mechan is one, and we could get one more, by the way. Yeah. Virulent Silencer. I've won with poison counters multiple times already in quick drafts, for instance. Not to be too salty, but the quick drafts I did on my phone, which of course I didn't record, were both trophy runs. I did 2 trophies, so that was amazing. So I got some hope again. Yeah, it's unfortunate that this creature, and it's not an artifact creature. We could use a cheap removal spell. Invasive Maneuver is very late. I like it. We have no Spacecraft, so it will just be a 2 mana, 3 damage instant, which is still good enough, I think. Ooh, interesting. Yeah. That's an artifact creature that can attack on turn 3. Not sure if we need the Bruntar. Killship might be better than the Bruntar for us, simply because it's also an artifact creature. And we can crew it cheaply. Oh, there's a Nutrient Block. Yeah, we have 2 of the Mechans. Don't think I will play the Scrapper. Okay, so we do need to do some cutting. I probably shouldn't play the Intimidator. It's funny because I just kinda suggested it's a very good card and we should definitely play it. Cryshard Nutrient Block. No, I don't think I need the Nutrient Block, by the way. I have 2 relics which I can sacrifice, which is probably better. Now we need to cut 1 more card. It has to be the Shieldmate. Yep. Okay. Oh, I totally forgot. It's not Premier Draft. So I should have maybe kept my eyes open for sideboard cards. The difference is we will now play twice against Matthew. Okay, well, let's see how it goes. You just play 3 games. And if you win all 3, or 3 matches actually, so you play 6 games, or maybe even more, because you can end on a 1-1. Do I go Blast or Relic? If I go Blast, I can go into the Silencer and we slow the opponent down. I hope he plays a land, puts a counter and then attacks. That would be a total blowout, but I don't expect him to. Wow, 5 mana created 2/2. That's strong. Wow. Well, this is great for us. We'll return it to his hand. He has to play it again next turn. We can play the Silencer. We can play another Silencer, putting even more counters on it next turn. Because the effect stacks, or is it non-token? Non-token. Oh, that's unfortunate. I should have read the card. Well, maybe we can still sneak in some damage here. Hope to draw land, for obviously reasons. Okay, so... Okay, that's lovely. Let me think. We could take it over, or we could use the Cryo Shatter and then attack. I think I want another Silencer on the board, so I'll just use it on that one, and if he blocks, so be it, then it dies. And otherwise he takes 4 poison counters if he doesn't block, which is substantial. Let me put this on the ground, excuse me. Okay, so it makes sense that he blocks. And we have a Tractor Beam for whatever he plays next. I hope it's just a 1 creature. And if it's not a big threat, we can still go Relic into Mechan later on. I assume he wants to use the Lander token. Yeah. Okay, well this is very good for us. It might be a bit aggressive here, but we'll just go Tractor Beam on his good blocker. We'll attack with both. Or actually all 3 of them. And he takes 8 poison counters. Okay. Oh, it actually gets a counter. Interesting. So he definitely wants to play another blocker. But it's important to note that this one, it has to be a non-token artifact creature, which is unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, now some kind of interaction would be amazing. Let's draw a card first. Okay, I think we can have him here. We can Tractor Beam whatever. If he plays just 1 creature, he's dead. He can take a, he can create a 2/2 and then he's tapped out. He has 1 more mana, which is important to note, so he actually has 7 right now. Okay, interesting. Seems like he's going to kill one of my Silencers. Yep. And if that's all, seems like that's all. He's going to put a counter on the Tenderfoot, I think. Yeah, and we win here, so that's good. We'll just take the Tenderfoot and we attack with both the 2/3s. He can block one, he gets more poison counters. Okay. First game, opponent died by poison. Now he played green, so maybe a counterspell is a good choice. Yeah. No, I think I'll keep it. I'll play the Scrapper instead of one of the Sculpting Blast. I think the Blast is way worse because it has to be a non-token artifact creature. And if the opponent has a slow hand, we could attack with the Scrapper into maybe some poison, and we will never do it with the flying token. Okay, game number 2. I also have a real life draft upcoming Saturday, so I can use the training. But if you have any, again, no red lands, but we have a Code Tracker Hound and Silencer. It's a bit slow, but I'll keep it. If you have your opinion about the Shuffler or whatever, I'm always interested in knowing people's opinions. Oh, that's a good card. So he cannot play this now, but he can play it for as long as he has a Kavu. We can warp that. Yeah, that's not too interesting at the moment. I think I'll just go Silencer into Code Tracker Hound, I think. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to go for Hound. Next turn he will play a 3/3, which I don't want to trade. I'm not going to warp it, so I'm just going to play it. Hopefully find something that's cheap. Yeah, that'll do. And we'll take some damage. Maybe I just have to chump as well. But I prefer to go Emissary into Scrapper. But it is going to be very slow. No, I'm not going to chump. We cannot play 2 artifacts, unfortunately. I would like to have a permanent in play. Can it happen multiple times each turn? Yeah, so now I think I have to do some blocks here, for instance with the Scrapper and the Hound, or maybe chump. Yeah, he's going to go aggressive probably. Oh, he has the Kavu deck. Very interesting. So we want to kill the Technician if he attacks. I assume he won't attack, which is good for us. Maybe we have to get rid of his Technician, steal it from him. Okay. Yeah, so we're definitely blocking the Technician here, taking another 3. We have no big plans for the Scrapper. That is an okay draw, which will make us more flying tokens. We can keep that tapped, which might be the better option. Yeah. I'll just use the relic on the mech, and I think keeping our life total as high as possible without losing too many creatures is priority here. And these can only block creature with flying, which is unfortunate because, you know, we cannot use them to chump. Might have to sacrifice one with the Mechan. Oh, that is a good card. Tap target. I hope he taps some stuff to crew it, so to say. He's probably not going to. Well, he might as well just fill it up now, since we can attack. Okay. How much advantage is he going to get from that onto the battlefield? These Ragers are pretty good in his deck. I think I have to steal his Rager. No, let's just take one hit from the siege ship here. We can always block it. We'll draw a card, put a counter on the Mechan because it's the beefiest boy. We are drawing quite some lands. Would like to draw some kind of interaction. So a kill spell or a bounce spell or anything like that. He must have something big in hand to put onto the battlefield. Okay. Yeah, he's probably going to get a bit aggressive here. I'm not sure if we can take 6. We block the 3/4. If he attacks with it, we chomp the siege ship. Nowhere near killing the opponent with poison this time, unfortunately. He is curving out nicely. He has a lot of action. Seems like he's going to do a fight spell on the Mechan. Yep. Yeah, this is very painful. And now it cannot be blocked by more than one creature. So if he attacks, I have to block with the Emissary. Okay. Yeah, this is not great. 5/6. Okay. Does that help us? I'm not sure if it does. We might just be dead. If we have one more turn, maybe we can get there. With Mechan into Tractor Beam. But if he attacks with everything, we take 7. I'm sure he has something. Yep. That is value, alright. No more drone tokens for us, unfortunately. We're at 4. It's it's going to be very, very difficult. Yeah, I don't think we can... I don't think we have anything to get back from this. We have to steal his Land Seeker, I think, because it has Menace. He has one flyer, so we might as well sacrifice a flying token thing, since we cannot block with it. And it's a land, yeah, I think it's not enough. Yep, he can just swing with everything. We're tapped out, so it doesn't matter. Okay. I want more interaction, definitely. Let's get rid of the scrapper. I think it was good as it was. Bouncing one of his spacecrafts when it's fully stationed or whatever is very good. No 2-drop, again. Opponent's mulligan. We have one draw step to draw a 2-drop. Don't think it will happen. Probably going Momenon first into Silencer. Okay. Yeah, I would have loved that. Okay. It's interesting. We can do that next turn and we can get a lot of counters on the exile if it lives. I think it will die. But otherwise we can warp the emissary, play the silencer. I think we get 3 counters. Maybe I should have played the hound first. I just expect that if he has removal spells, it's probably not at the 2 mana. Okay, well this is good for us. This is very good for us. He'll get a land. He can probably play something else still. Or just get a lot of mana, but we are going to jam hard here. So let's not make any mistakes. I am going to... Oh, we only have 1. Okay, well, we are lacking mana, unfortunately. I'm still going to do it. We're going to warp this one, because we have the relic. Let's make this exile as fat as possible. There is a land, unfortunately it's not a blue land. Attack for 4. The bigger we get this, the smaller the chance that he has a spell for it. So let's keep drawing cheap artifacts. And if you play something big, I think it has to be Code Cracker Hound into Cryo Shatter. Okay. Well, if he's going to race, we're most definitely not going to win it. But we can deal 5 in the air, even more soon, if we spread the damage a bit. Why didn't you also... Okay. No need to play the silencer yet. Let's just get another counter on the, in this case, the flyer. Deal 6 to the opponents. Now he cannot station his thing anymore that well. I assume he has some removal soon for the Uthros. And if not, we still have some artifact stuff to do here to get more flyers. Maybe I shouldn't use the cryo shatter on his ground creature, but I thought that stopping him from crewing would be good. Wow. Well, I think it seems like it's looking good for us, if that's all he can do at the moment. But maybe he has a big turn incoming. He could have some board wipe stuff. We don't have lethal yet. We are far from lethal. That does help. This one can attack at the moment. He cannot block kill any of my creatures, so he just has to block anyway. Oh, it seems like we do have enough. Yep, we have 10 in the air. Wow. What a combination. Emissary. It just works. Okay, well. First game in the pocket. Opponent had a nice deck and he was quite aggressive, which is, I think, a good thing against us. So if we run into more of a control-y deck up next, maybe it will be easier for us. Also, the thing about this traditional draft is that you can be paired against any rank player, which is interesting, of course. You don't even know each other's ranks. I guess you could look them up, but I don't really care. Okay. Well, if we have a hand like that again, or at least those cards in hand, it will go absolutely bananas. This is not good. This is even worse. Ugh. Are you kidding me? Well, it's something, I guess. Well, he also mulliganed, but we had to mulligan twice. So I really hope he kept a bad hand. Very happy with the island there. Would be lovely if we could draw one of our poison counter creatures now. Otherwise, of course, it's just going to be Code Cracker Hound, probably warped, just to get more value from it. Don't care too much about the relic. I do hate the harvester. He has no reach, so let's go in for one. Let's find the poison dudes. Okay, definitely going to be the Mechan. So it's probably going to be Relic and this Sculpting Blast next. Maybe the Hound, just to keep digging. Activate ability of artifact sources. So it's good with the relic. Reach and trample indestructible. Okay, so we can return that to his hand now, which I think is... we cannot. Okay, well that was good to know. Non-land permanent, yeah, it is a land. Yeah, that is very unfortunate for us. Yeah, that was just stupid. So I'm going to do either Relic or the Sculpting Blast. But Flying Hexproof dude, very annoying. Doesn't really help. Well, I want to sacrifice this with the Mechan, so I might as well get a creature out of it. He cannot play it now, so... Alright, so there's a red source, which I like. Yeah, I want to keep my cheap artifact cards. I want to dig to the stuff that actually works. Like that. Next turn we can double spell. Playing the Emissary and the Relic. If I draw another cheap artifact, we can triple spell. At this point our board state is better. Okay, so he cannot kill us. I have to find something to get rid of the dragon. I guess that's better. We can attack for 4, he attacks for 5. I think we have to warp it. Warp it, play a relic, get a flyer out of it, sacrifice one of the relics on his dragon's attack thing. Could also play the Hound. Attacks. I have one more turn while it's tapped. Yeah, I think I could play the Hound. 2 Silencer. Well, I guess it will be one of these Silencers. And now we'll hardcast this, hopefully into Tractor Beam, and otherwise we'll just go kill ship if we draw another land. Seems like he has nothing. Don't care about it at the moment. Okay, so let's just try and kill ship it. I think that's the best thing here to do. He has a total of 4 power, which means he cannot block my Mechan well. He has 3. Seems like he has something. Or he's just going to sacrifice it in response if he has enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Next turn it's going to be, I think, Emissary into Tractor Beams, because I assume he's going to play something big we want to take over. Plunge, very good card. I think we have to play the long game here. So we can do this once. Okay, is it at sorcery speed? It's not at sorcery speed. We can just keep it tapped. We have 8. Yeah, we can keep it tapped. Let's just do that. I'll attack with 1 drone. Probably get this kill ship going. Okay. Well, we still get a trigger, which is fine. So I hope he's going to do the Rust Harvester thing. I think he is. He's going to kill my hound. But we can just keep it tapped. Draw a card. Oh, there we go. We have to keep it tapped, otherwise it's going to kill us. We can just take it over as well, of course. Okay. That is also annoying. It's going to be a 4/3 flyer, where we could block that, of course. Yeesh, it's going to be very close. We have to steal his Rust Harvester. And I think we also have to stun his gunship. And then we'll station this dude. We'll keep 1 flyer behind. We need to start to do some attacks here. Yeah. If he has a removal spell, we're just dead. I don't want to give him any more turns. I mean, he's playing red, so... Oh, of course we are just dead. I keep forgetting about the stupid land. Yeah. Yeah, that was my bad. Well, we can still win this. I think we can win this easily. I mean, we mulliganed to 5. And we still almost got him. But the land was very annoying. And I made a mistake also with the land, with the 1/1 flyer artifact thing flying into his reach creature. It is later than usual, and it's been a well, it was a fun day, but it's also a tiring day today. So I might not be as, I would say, smart. Man. Might not be as bright, as paying attentioning. I'm not even sure. I'm not going to do the Mechan just yet. I'm going to do Ward beside Emissary into Hasty Mechan. Hopefully drawing a land soon. Preferably a blue one. Oh, what's that? Okay, it is a blue land. Other creature you control have haste. Artifact cards are and red creature cards you hand have warp 3. Okay. He has haste. Man. I guess we're going to take damage. One more blue land and this tractor beam will hit. It's interesting. Oh my goodness. Artifact card and yeah. That's crazy. Why doesn't he attack? This is unfortunate. Really don't understand why he didn't attack. Maybe he was scared we had something. Man, we need to hit some lands here. Why is he not attacking? It scares me. Land, please. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is not looking great. Not looking great. He's going to kill my Deuterino here. Yup. And he's going to kill my other Deuterino as well. Yeah, I think this is over. It's definitely over. Island, please. Yeah, never mind. Good game. Good game. Maybe I shouldn't have kept. We did draw the island eventually, but we were just unlucky with not drawing any islands, though we have more islands, way more islands than mountains in our deck. Okay, so we cannot get a profit anymore, because if you actually win all three, you make a profit. If you don't, you lose already something. Hey, I haven't seen the Riddler at all. It was our first pick. I forgot that we had this card actually. Okay. Don't care about that. Okay. A lot of lands. Don't really care about a 2-1 at the moment. Nor should you. Pollinator. So many lands. At some point I'm just going to play this mountain, even though it enters tapped. Wow, Shepherd into Shepherd? Are you kidding me? God, at least we know he's not going to attack. Okay, nothing to sacrifice, unfortunately. Well, we do actually. Because we get a 1/1 flyer. So I'll sacrifice that. I'm putting it on 3-4 because it's chunkier and he definitely wants to kill the emissary. Escort is a decent draw, also have not seen that one. Okay, so we're killing the shepherd. He's drawing a lot of planes. Let's just go escort, get a token. 2 maneuvers. Start dealing some damage here. Okay, so we still have very good attacks with the escort and things like that. Discounts other artifacts. Relic is okay. It's not hot, but we will get an artifact creature out of it. If we attack with all these 3, he has to do some unfortunate blocks. I think attacking with those 2 is actually good enough. With the 2 artifact creatures. I'll also attack with the flyer. Because he could block that, but then he has to do some terrible other blocks. Right, now we'll just go Riddler into that land. And there is a whiteboard wipe. If he plays it now, I will be very, very sad. Okay, good game. Didn't see any of my silencers that game, but it was fun to see the mythic and the removal spell, which of course both I could have used in the game that we lost, but it's also probably my own fault for keeping. I just hate to mulligan, only when it's completely clear that you have to mulligan. And maybe that was. I only had mountains. Maybe I should have, I'm not sure. I just hate to go down to 6 or maybe 5 cards. Yeah, this is good. Annoying thing. Well, might as well do the mountain, because I don't think we're going to play a 1-drop anymore. Okay. Could have played a 1-drop. I don't care about the Inquisitor that much. We could always bounce it if we want. Okay. No double spelling just yet. I don't want to bounce the Inquisitor. The question is, do I want to... No, I also don't want to use something on it. I think we have something to block it soon. If he plays a 3-drop, I will probably Pollinator. I'll return the Pollinator because I think he needs the mana. Alright. I think it has to be the Silencer. Because I think next turn we can do some double spelling here. Stun whatever he plays. Get some poison counter on the dude. For instance, that one. We'll definitely stun that. So we'll warp this dude. Warpy warpy. We'll stun the 3/3. We'll attack with the 2/3. He gets le poison. And next turn we can hard cast the Emissary and the Cry Shatter, for instance. Probably on the stupid Shepherd. And we'll still have good attacks. Another land. Yeah, it has to be. We can just go stun counters and stuff next turn. Okay. Would like to draw fewer lands. Emissary is probably going to die. Yep. But if he plays no creature yet again, no double spelling, unfortunately. We don't have good attacks either. Let's just hope to draw some kind of action. I should have attacked first, by the way. Deal 1 damage. Yeah, this is very unfortunate. We're a bit flooded here, but also the opponent has a lot of lands. I fear he's going to put some counters on stuff soon. At least it seems like we have decent blockers. What do you do again? When it ends, what plus on it? Dude! Equal to the amount of mana spent. When you attack, you may remove a counter from up to each to target creature. If you do, draw cards. Yeah. This is when you attack. I'm fine trading this for anything. Because it empties the board and we can attack with the Mechanizoa next turn and we can stun something. I just hope to draw something that we can, okay, that we can play with the warped creature. It just feels as if we're, oh my goodness, dude. Okay, we still have decent attacks. There's no point, well, we are so flooded. It's actually annoying. He probably has something for this. We have... There's no point in counting. I keep counting it, it's just frustrating. We have 9 lands, so we have 24 cards left. And 7 are lands, and the rest is action. What a difference would it have made? This is so infuriating. It is 10 lands. Six out of 23, and we're still drawing lands. If I'm actually going to draw a land now, I'm tilting. I mean, we lost anyway, but it's already too late now to draw stuff, which is the frustrating thing about drawing too many lands. It's just... fuck's sakes. I hate that so much. I mean, I don't think I'm a pro at this game, but to lose so often to just being flooded while playing 16 lands makes absolutely no sense. It's really infuriating. Anyway, let's see if I can still get this win. If he attacks, I'm not blocking, unless he plays something first, of course, but I know he has the 1+1 counter and what is it? Stuff like that. Nothing to tractor beam just yet, so he should have attacked first. Okay, so I'm definitely stealing that. Oh my goodness, that's strong. I'll get rid of the mountain here. Hope to draw a cheap spell. Guess not. Now please let me draw something else than lands. I mean, especially because we have his Lithe-Smith, a cheap spell would be breaking. Okay. So we're definitely... stunning the flyer or returning it. It is his most expensive card. So there's action. And now we still have good attacks because he cannot kill block my silencer, so he's just taking damage. Should have played the tapped thing, by the way. The tap mountain. Definitely. Because if we do draw another land, or if this were actually on play and we played the island, we could double spell again next turn, so that's my fault. Right, we have 6 now, 7, no, it's one more turn. Guess I'll shepherd again, but we'll just at least try to stun it, unless we draw something better. But stealing this Lightsmith is amazing. Oh, that is annoying. Ward 2. So yeah, that we cannot return or stun or whatever. Okay. Cheap bounce spell would be nice now. Or again, it's not a land. 6. We can attack for 2. 3 if we play this first. Yeah, I'll play this first. Let's just keep the drone tapped so he doesn't put any more counts on things. Opponent's at 6. If we draw some action, we will definitely double spell. And he's just going to attack at some point with his Grove Strider, of course. Which will hurt. I think we can take 1 hit from it. Relic would be lovely. To be honest, anything other than land would be lovely. Now, I don't think he's going to attack anymore, right? Okay, well, that's very good. Maybe we can do enough. We'll play the operator first. He can block my exile. If I attack with the Mechanozoa, it has 7. He will block with the Grove Strider. No, I probably shouldn't. Wow. Okay, so maybe I should have put the counter on the Menon. If he attacks with the Grove Strider, we can just block. Don't think I really care about the Expansionist. Again, we are at 10 lands in the top 17 cards. I wonder if he has something. Otherwise, this is a fine trade. Removal spell does it, I think. Well, he will be drawing cards unless we draw a removal spell first. It is an artifact card, also a pretty decent one. I'll just attack first. He has to block with the Shepherd. He will draw a card, which is good for him. We'll have a 2-mana 4/4. And this is already a lethal target. So I might as well make everything more beefy. So, yet again, I have actually contacted Wizards of the Coast about this. It happens so often that within the first half of your library, you draw the 10 lands. Well, that's my experience, of course. And I also know that there's, of course, this kind of thing that you have when you think about things too much and you focus on it. I think we have lethal. He doesn't have reach, right? Oh, he probably has the spell, and then we can bounce it to his hand. So yeah, we win. He gives it reach. Good game. Well, we got there in the end. So we paid 1,500 gems, and we get now 1,000 gems and some packs. But if you actually win all 3, the reward is way bigger, because you actually made 1,000 gem profits, a lot of packs and 2 player points, and now just 3 packs. So gem wise, it's a loss, but I like playing it. I also like the deck a lot. Now, thank you for watching. If you like what I do, feel free to click some of those buttons, because it really helps me out. And also feel free to let me know what you thought of me trying out the traditional draft. And also about my plan maybe of going to try Magic the Gathering online. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again. Peace.
Grab the card, shuffle dreams in the palms. Dad's drafts roll heavy, we bombing like psalms. Stacks on the table, strategies to flex. Running these lines like counterspell checks. Dad drafts in the zone, pulling rares from the throne. Mana on the stack, magic seeds we've sown. From poppers to planeswalkers, the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown.